The farm has always been a part of my life. After school, I would always come out and work most afternoons, even all the way through college. I started out riding in the truck with Dad and Granddad. They let me start mowing the grass till I was able to run the bigger and bigger equipment that we run today. Growing up on a farm was definitely different than a lot of what my friends in town grew up with. Not everybody grows up with a baby calf in their backyard that they have to feed before school every morning. I don't really remember what I wanted to be growing up when I was younger. I think my parents thought I was going to be a lawyer. That's a good question. I'm sure there were times I wanted to be a farmer and to be an astronaut. I was lucky to have great influences growing up between my parents and grandparents. They wanted me to be successful in whatever career I chose. About halfway through college, I felt a calling to come back and farm. Luckily, I had the opportunity to come back and pursue it. I've been farming for 15 years, and it's amazing how far the technology has come and how important it is. I'm able to monitor all my equipment remotely. Sometimes making a crop seems like the easiest part of farming. It's the outside factors you can't control, like markets and weather, that can keep you up at night. One of the biggest challenges I see for my farm in the future is how we use water. Water is not a guaranteed resource that we can just take for granted. Down the road, it's something that may not be there, so we have to take steps today. I hope that my kids will be involved in the farm, but I would also like for them to have the same opportunities to do what they want to do when they get older.
Being married to a farmer is quite different from how I grew up.
When Richard and I were first dating, he asked me to ride to the farm, and he was taking care of a baby calf. I thought that was a little unusual.
Richard and I have been married for 10 years. We have 3 children. The kids love to go visit the farm. Richard loves farming. He loves what he does. He goes to work, and he never complains at home. He is a dedicated husband and father, and we are very proud of him.
I'm real delighted that he has received this honor, and it makes me very proud to be called his grandfather because of his accomplishments.
Richard had to have an interest in agriculture because we lived right in the middle of a pasture.
Before kindergarten started, it was nice living in the pasture house. Craig would come home for lunch. Richard would put on his boots because he had taken them off. Richard would put on his hat, and then he would wait looking for Dad coming home down the dirt road in the evenings.
He was very much involved in the farm, coming all the way up through high school and so forth in the summers.
I never really wondered what Richard's future might hold for him.
You're not going to be honest, you thought he was going to be a furniture salesman because in college he spent so much time on the calf. The technology's left me behind. The boys do the work. Design which way we're going to go and that kind of thing. They work a lot later hours than we used to because they've got the guidance system and the fancy lights on the tractors, you know, and all, and they're able to work, you know, midnight, 2 o'clock in the morning sometimes. I think we were responsible for training them in the right way.
I'm proud of Richard and Pierce following in the footsteps of Craig and Uncle Bill, who followed in the footsteps of W.P. Brown, and I feel like the boys are continuing on with, if they give you their word, it's a done deal, and that's something to be proud of.